Join Marty Johnson, the holistic health practitioner and founder of Total Health Nutrition Center in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, as he delivers these podcasts to enlighten you and give you hope that there are health solutions to conditions that seem difficult to resolve, or even better answers than a medical approach of prescribing a chemical drug, which most times is nothing more than a Band-Aid fix, rather than getting to the root cause of your problem. The mission of the Total Health podcast is to provide the education and support that will lead to transforming people's healths so they can live a much more efficient, productive, and happier life the way God intended it to be. Join him now for his latest podcast.
Marty Johnson here. This particular podcast is going to be on anxiety and sleep, and it's great to be with you again. And I'd like to really kind of go over some of my favorite products that I've found over the years to be quite helpful for different types of anxiety. I guess, different people have different forms of anxiety, or sometimes it's more brain racing, sometimes it's more harder to focus for people, and sometimes it's just plain anxiousness or feeling jittery in their body. It can really vary depending on the root cause of what that anxiety is about. So there's these products I'd really like to just review and just open your eyes to some options. And the one thing that I will mention before we get into talking about these products is that there's always a root cause, or many times there's a root cause to anxiety and sleep issues that can stem deeper than just taking a calming product. For instance, if the adrenal glands are overdriving due to chronic stress over a period of time, we call it stage 2 adrenal stress, which I've talked about before on different podcasts. It can create too much adrenaline in the system, which will continually overdrive the system. And you always want to go back to fixing the organ or the root cause of why things are happening the way they are, like the anxiety or sleep issues. But it doesn't hurt to also have some really, really good tools to calm a person down while you're fixing some of the root cause issues. Or sometimes it's not a major imbalance or organ imbalance, but it's more temporary anxiety due to circumstances and so forth. And these products can be very helpful for that. So with that being said, the first product I'd like to talk about is L-theanine. And L-theanine is actually an amino acid. And it's not really commonly found in the human diet. Theanine is known to reach the brain quickly following the consumption of it orally. And theanine is really found to be relaxing but not sedating. So that's the beauty of this product. It's very good to help with keeping focus on things while calming you down. So it doesn't take away from your mental focus and mental cognitive function like some different sedating medications can. So really many people report being able to just focus and concentrate better and have less of that nervous energy going on. Theanine is really known to help prevent the brain from producing like an anxious response to stressful situations. So it really kind of works in the sense where the brain doesn't overreact and give you that fight or flight type of response as easily, which is really cool for a natural product like this. This product is super safe. It's really hard to overdose on an amino acid product like this. It has also been found to really aid in sleep. So there's a study done with young boys with ADHD, and they were studied to find, the study that was able to find that theanine would help their sleep overall. The scientists saw a significant increase in sleep percentage and sleep efficiency scores, and less less activity during sleep in the boys who took the theanine. So pretty cool stuff in that respect. That was actually a study done. And in this particular study, the boys took 400 milligrams of pharmaceutical-grade L-theanine. And those are definitely products. Usually we work with products that are in the 200 milligram range. So obviously 2 of those a day. What I find with theanine, if adults are having more heightened anxiety, a lot of times I'll have them do 400 milligrams twice a day. So 200 milligram capsules twice a day. So that's just some extra information. Obviously, everyone has to kind of play with it and see what's going to work for them. The next product I want to talk about is a product called GABA Calm. And GABA Calm has the basically a chemical in it, or a natural chemical or neurotransmitter, what you would call, called GABA, G-A-B-A. And the product GABA Calm has some other things in it as well, like taurine, and it has, which is in another amino acid, glycine and tyrosine. And these are amino acids that also kind of work in the brain. And all of these together really help to calm overactive brain activity down. So GABA stands for gamma aminobutyric acid, and again, the body is producing that as a chemical in the brain, acting as a neurotransmitter. And it can be really helpful for relaxing anxiety, improving mood, treating ADHD as well, and promoting better sleep. So it's really very good for calming the racing brain, as I mentioned before, and levels things out in the brain overall. The common dose for GABA, even if you are taking GABA by itself versus in a combination like I explained to you, the product that I was mentioning is called GABA Calm by Source Naturals. And this particular product, as I usually recommend for GABA in general, if you can look for it or get it in a sublingual lozenge, which means that you dissolve it under your tongue, it's going to really get in your system much better, because GABA is easily destroyed in the gut or in the stomach acid. So doing it directly under the tongue so it goes right into the bloodstream is a good idea. And the average dose is really maybe between 100 and 200 milligrams and higher. So the reason we state it that way is with GABA, it's always good to start out a little bit low and slow, I call it, and then just kind of ramp yourself up. Some people have done as much as 750 milligrams of GABA. But often I find that the higher milligram GABA products are oral capsules that you're swallowing. So again, you're going to lose a lot in the stomach. The doses are going to be usually a little lighter when they're sublingual lozenges, because you're going to utilize a lot higher percentage of it when it's under the tongue. So the other interesting thing with GABA is that it can be an excellent marriage to put CBD or the cannabis oil with it, because CBD actually has properties that interact with specific GABA receptors, which allows GABA to actually stay in the receptor longer and have more effectivity for a longer period of time. So the CBD actually itself enhances the natural GABA levels in your body, and then when you add GABA to it, it can have a really good 1-2 punch to help with better sleep. So it's a little bit heavier, kind of heavier duty, if you will, to combine those two for sleep issues or anxiety. CBD in its own right, because of that GABA interceptor, or it actually helps to allow GABA to stay on the receptor longer, for many people, really has a great effect on sleep. But like I said, when you combine them, it can be really a powerful combination. So that's a little bit of a secret there that hopefully will help some people out there. The last product I'd like to talk about is a product called AngioCalm, and there's a basically this product actually is developed or was researched heavily in Europe, and what they're doing with this product, or what it comes from, it's a product that actually is extracted from the echinacea plant. And the echinacea plant is well known, as you might know, for immune health and for helping the immune system against colds and flus and things like that. And it is very good for that. But they're actually isolating a particular compound called EP107. That's what they've named it or identified it as, EP107. And this compound in echinacea, when they concentrate it, it actually affects what's called the CB1 receptors. So CB1 receptors are receptors in the brain and the central nervous system that basically THC from cannabis stimulates. So this particular product, in a much more milder way, stimulates the THC receptors, or the same receptors, and it can have a very, very good calming effect for anxiety. And it also is pretty fast acting. It doesn't take too long, although this particular product can start to work better. In clinical studies, they're showing that it can work better the longer you're on it. So, as time goes on, it can have a more effect on that anxiety. And I've had many clients on this product for anxiety with great results. So that's a clinical pearl that I think will really bless some people out there with, struggling with the generalized anxiety. I would say more so the generalized anxiety more than the ADD type of focus issues, although all of these products can be helpful in those situations because they kind of go together. So there you have it. There's a couple of powerful products, and that really might be able to be helpful for the anxiety. I hope this was helpful. If you have any particular questions on these products, you can certainly go to our website and check us out, or call our clinic. If you're really struggling with issues and you want to get further help, certainly you can schedule an appointment in our clinic as well, and we'd be happy to work with you that way. All right, have a great day.
Thanks for joining us today on the Total Health Podcast. If you'd like more information about how Total Health can transform your health, check them out. They would love to set up a free consultation with you over the phone. Call them at 262-251-2929 to make that appointment. Otherwise, you can check them out on the web at www.totalhealthinc.com.